Playing ball in my late 30s, maybe early 40s. You can't predict these things through injuries, through defeats, through wins, through don't have the desire anymore to be able to be competitive in the spirit way, and then the physical after that. So as I ran this morning with me, and we call him Dog Man, that ain't his real name, but we call him that because he got that veteran type of barking and we call war call. How I go? Ow! Okay. So
it's the army type thing.
So Bernard, the B, and I will be in here later on. I'll be in here later on today. Then I'll go home to treat everybody. They got something for me. I told them I'll be there. And it's not another day for me. Birthdays are a milestone. Holidays are another day. They're gonna come. But birthdays and New Year's are so important, and it just happened in my life. It's so close together. New Year's of the new page of the new year, 14, and then within a week or two, you have a new milestone in the page turn for me. The page turns for life on all of us, 13 to 14, and then the page turn again for me the same month in age-wise. Those things I pay attention to. Years, birthdays are so important. Of course, anniversaries, right? Married anniversaries. But but that's third. Literally, that is third on my list. But those two things are so important. I celebrate those because they're a reflection of what's been done 12 months ago, and then they also look forward to what you plan on doing, achieving the following year, what's to come, which is really the unknown as far as what will be the outcome. You know what you want to do, most of us, but then the outcome. But then to turn two pages, age-wise and the time of life-wise. I mean, Bernard, I'm gonna count down to 50. Now, you don't look the same when we first started doing this, after Elmo Smith, when you took on, almost 20-something years ago.
No, almost 30.
Okay, now, yeah, this man been writing about Bernard Hopkins for about 30 years. I'm telling you, I remember when he came right after.
When you turned pro against Clint Mitchell, the main event was, you remember who was in the main event?
Hold up.
John Wesley
down in Lang City, Resorts.
There, right, Bernard?
John Wesley Meekins.
And I didn't include you in the story because I didn't know you were going to be what you...
I was nobody. I mean, I wasn't even to the point where I even made a story because I think I was a 4-round fighter and I came on at 3 o'clock.
When you think back to Clint...
my story.
Yeah, but not when
because I was waiting for the ring. I had to write every single...
When you think back to 1980, October 1988, with the pro debut against Clint Mitchell, could you, in your wildest...
No.
Far-fetched, could you have imagined being here now where you are?
No, Bernard, and I'm mentioning it again, and I'm going to mention it probably the rest of the day because I know I've been getting a lot of phone calls from all over wishing me, good health and all that stuff, and of course, friends and family. I know, Bernard, I can't, you can't even plan that far. Personal life, I was told I want to live till I was 18, and I really believe that, and I really act out that way. So, personally in my life, who thought I would live 50 if you knew me before boxing? If you knew me before I went to Greater Ford, you would be right saying, he ain't kidding, will live to 19 years old. He'd be dead by 18. Either he gonna kill somebody or somebody gonna kill him. The mentality. So even in that, I turn around like I reflected today, after the run. Damn, I'm looking at the grade. I'm not cutting nothing. I'm damn sure ain't dying it. I'm looking at my grades that's been popping up for the last 10 years, but now even more. And I'm saying to myself, I'm almost 50. I'm more stuck on 50 and not paying attention that, Bernard, you're 49 first. Enjoy the 49 while you can. But I'm looking at it like that 5-0, it's like, to me, it's like, who would dream that as an athlete and still active and still relevant? See, that's the thing, still relevant. Not saying, I just want to do it because I got the feeling I can't let go. Relevant. At 175 pounds, very much relevant. So and very much a threat too. Because you ain't gonna find too many people that's gonna go against me. Might say, oh, this might be the night, but they ain't gonna openly be like, oh, 5 rounds are out of there.
They're talking about 50.
It's the history I have. I have a credit, like they call it, a history of a track record. I got a track record of upsetting the apple cart. That's your language. The apple cart. You know what that means? I have a history of doing that. So after a while, you might look at me like this, and then you might look at me like this, and then when you do it 3 or 4 times, it gets to the point where even a hater will say, man, I'm just done messing with this guy. You get angry at that. You get angry.
Talking about the number 50. If you're a champ at 49, that's one
And
thing.
Bernard.
How much more would people...
Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
I ain't trying to steal a press conference. I ain't glutton for attention. But I think when you say 50, they say, oh, you're bragging about 50. Do I need to take... You see any six-pack? Now, I ain't fighting the April. Look at me. If I don't slow down, Bernard, you might think I'm getting that Floyd fight, because I'll be down to 60 pounds, right? I'm 68 now, and I fight at 75. So I'm supposed to be walking around at, what, 90 right now? Just, and it wouldn't be too much embarrassment. You're supposed to be overweight, a little when you ain't fighting. But here I'm in 2 weight classes under me, and look, I'm 49, look. 2 inch, what? They gonna have to write a different book about me. They gonna have, listen, they gonna write, well, I'm gonna have another title in April.
Okay. Shumanov?
Yep, he's with us now, you know that, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the thing is, I know Bernard asked me a question. The thing is this, I'm gonna have 2 belts. When they get done over there, somebody's gonna have 2 belts. You and the rest of the reporters are gonna be saying, we know Adonis Stevenson beat the man to beat the man, and that's true. But now y'all gotta take the one over there that comes out as the king and the one over there that comes out as the king. The fans and the reporters are gonna say, well, we wanna see y'all fight each other. It's gonna happen automatically without you even being scripted to say that it should happen or not happen. It's gonna happen. When Adonis Stevenson and Shumanov soon fight, that's good, because HBO gonna make them fight. Kovalov, excuse me. They're gonna make them fight. My age, I'm blaming it on that one. They're gonna make them fight, right? They just signed Stevenson to a 3-fight deal, so I'm pretty sure I'm part of that 3-fight deal when the Cold War ends, because it could end the market.
That's the question.
Well, I don't care. I'm not. Listen, I really don't care if it ends or it don't. That's the thing. I don't have no worries about that, because my whole thing is, I'm still relevant to the point of, well, I have 2. And the risk is I can have none if I don't win. But I have 2, and I believe with my achievements and my legacy, yeah, you might be the champion on record, but these fans here is going to be like, yo, rarely in the boxing game that you become undisputed. I did in 2001. How historic it is for me to become light heavyweight champion. At almost 50 years old, 49 today, and almost 50, and I become a light heavyweight champion of the world. You gotta put me in a different history book. You can't just put me in, Bob Foster, great, legendary. You can't put me nowhere, and you gotta write a whole new, wait a minute, man. And the thing is, I'm willing to do that with all of them. It's not like I'm trying to fight Minnie Mo and Jack. I'm like, bring on the best and the dangerous guy, and I guarantee you I make them out of chopped liver.
Okay, so how do you think the Kovalev or Stevenson winner is going to fight you if the Cold War's not over?
Well, my whole thing is, whether it's over or not, I'm going to bang them drums to continue to keep that debate out there. The debate is this. They can jump ship over there and come over to the next side of the street because of ego and because I want to be the best. And wanting to be the best is not about what a reporter or a magazine is saying, is that I want to be the best and I want all the belts. They can leave over there and come over here. Or I can leave and go over there, which I already went on record saying I won't. The thing is this, so long as I'm in it, right? A relevancy. That's unique itself. Because at the end of the day, I don't need them to signify my career. But if they beat Bernard Hopkins and do what they've been doing to 80% of their opponents, which is knocking them out, you know what that do to a Kovalev or Stevenson career if they be able to do what haven't been done to Bernard in almost 3 decades? They become instant stars. None of y'all would say, well, you beat an old man. You can't give them that charge. Because there's so many times that I've been doing this where you can't downplay if someone had that blessing of doing what haven't been done to me like most fighters, if not old or young. So that's already historic already, and it's something that many fighters tried and they couldn't achieve. And we all know this. So now you hear the drums banging about the big punches. Oh, they're devastating. Hopkins, he can't. And you know what? They might have a point. But at the end of the day, they will be cautious about how boldly they say it. And that's the key. The key was, are they going to show up to see if he do it again, like they're doing now? Or if they're going to show up and say, he finally bit off too much he can chew. I'm willing to play that game called chicken. I'm willing to play that game called walk the tightrope without no net. I've done that all my life.
Fast forward. Who wins, Kovalev and Stevenson?
Stevenson.
Where is your fight going to be at? Barclays?
Or Atlantic City, either one.
Do you know what day in April?
No, I don't know what day in April, but I'm looking for April or late March.
Real quickly, birthday cheesecake today?
No.
No?
No, I'm going to come over. I'm tired of cheesecake. I got to switch over. But it'd be something nice, though.
Not everybody